Hi and welcome to your practice. Today it's all about the legs and we're going to explore not just leg strengthening but also some nerve flossing and stretching. So all around leg maintenance. So when you come to a comfortable seat, sit up nice and tall, just tune in your breath, paying attention to your breath. Breathing through your nose, expanding as you inhale, and feel that expansion moving all the way down your torso, ending in that lower belly, or maybe even all the way down in your pelvic floor. And see if you can gently slow the breath down. And blink your eyes open. Take your hands to your knees and start circling your torso. Just get that movement in. It's such a nice way just to get the body ready for movement and just checking in. How am I feeling today? How's my spine feeling today? Remember, nice, slow, big movements. And change direction. Go the other way. And come back to center. Then I want you to take your legs out in front. So come into an L sit. But what I want you to do is, I want a little anterior tilt here in your pelvis. And basically means you're popping the booty out. And that might mean you need to bend your knees. So you're going to bend your knees as much as you need for this to happen. So you've got a nice little natural curve in your spine here, and the booty is going whoops. And you keep that bend in your knees, flex your feet, and then what you're going to be doing, you're going to internally rotate your right leg. So that means that foot turn inwards, and the whole leg turns inwards. And you can support yourself with your hands, keep that anterior tilt, and then you're simply going to start a little bit of straightening and bending that right leg. And it doesn't need to be completely straight. Again, we're keeping that anterior tilt, so that can be a lot. It's the movement that counts. So you're getting that little movement in. If you're not a complete newbie to this website, you'll know we're doing nerve flossing. We're just flossing the sciatic nerve in a slightly different way than we normally do. Few more. And come back to center. We're going to do the other side. So internally rotate the left. And again, just check in. Ooh, do I still have that little anterior tilt? It's a fancy word for popping the booty out. And then, again, you're going to start a little bend and straight movement. A few more. And relax and shake it out. And cross your shins. Make your way onto all four. And lift your knuckles up just to that first row of knuckles. Try and keep your fingers flat on the ground. And lower back down. Take a couple of these, lifting and lowering. Lifting and lowering. And then start moving into your cat-cow. Again, this is such a nice little checking in with your body. How do you feel today? Remember, it's your practice, so add whatever needs to be added here. And come to a neutral spine. And then lift your right leg out behind and flex the foot. So you got a nice active leg. Simply by flexing the foot, we start engaging the muscles in that leg. Little bit of engagement in your belly. And then I want you to pulse the leg up. Keep it super straight. Keep that foot flexed. And just little pulses. Another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you to externally rotate the leg. That means your toes are pointing out to the sides. And same thing, you're going to pulse. Still flexing the foot. Nice active leg. And we're going to do another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Set the leg down, tuck your toes, move the heel back. Get a little stretch coming into your calf muscle. And come back to center. Lift the left leg up, same thing. Flex the foot, nice active leg, and pulse. And another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Externally rotate, and again pulse. And another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the leg again, tuck your toes, move the heel back, get that stretch in. And release. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. Keep your knees bent. Take a couple of rolls. Just get that whole body involved in the movement. Lower your hips, open up your chest. Remember, those shoulders are away from your ears, so you're not hanging out like this. Your legs are lifted off the ground. Roll all the way back. And one more time. Roll forward. Open up. And back. Find your first down dog of the day. And walk to the front of your mat. Come into your ragdoll forward fold. Remember, you're not forcing anything here. Keep that little bit of bend in your knees. Even if you feel you don't need to, still do it. Make sure you're nice and loose in your neck and your shoulders. And slowly roll up to standing. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart. And then I want you to slowly lift your heels off the mat. Come all the way up onto your tippy toes. Try and control this movement. So you notice the rest of your body is starting to work hard. And slowly lower back down. A little strengthening for your feet. And one more time, lift all the way up onto your tippy toes. And slowly lower down. One last time. And slowly lower down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step back to plank pose. And come all the way down onto your belly. Inhale, cobra. Your version. So you might do a little baby version, whatever is available to you in that upper spine. And take a few more. Just go with your own breath. Remember, shoulders away from your ears. And next time you come down, tuck your toes, lift up, come all the way back in to a downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Step forward, come into a lunge. Reach your arms up. And lower your back knee almost down to the ground. Take a lunge and lift back up. And we're going to do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down. Straighten that front leg. Come into a half split. Try and keep the spine as long as you can. So instead of rounding it, you lengthen and flex the foot. And if you need to put in a little bend in the knee, that's fine. And then add a little nerve floss by pointing and flexing that front foot. And bend the front knee. Come into a lizard pose. Just move a little from side to side. And step back to plank pose. Move through your vinyasa. Inhale. Lift your left leg up. Step forward. Come into your lunge. And again, we're going to do 5 dips. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down. Come into your half split. Again, lengthen the spine, flex the foot. And start your little nerve floss exploration. Bend the front knee. Come into your lizard. Again, you're just exploring here. What feels good. Doesn't have to be exactly what you did on the other side. I'd much rather have that. You actually pay attention to what's going on in your body. And step back to plank pose. Move through your vinyasa. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Step forward. Come into your lunge. Hands to your heart. And then come into a warrior 3. Make sure you're actively trying to open the front body, so you're activating your whole back body to lift. Trying to open your chest, maybe try to lift that leg a little higher. And slowly come up to standing. Lift your leg out in front as high as you can. Step back to your lunge. Reach your arms up. Lower the back knee. Hands to the mat. Come into a half split. Or maybe you go a little deeper this time. Just exploring the split. Whatever that means for you. I like to move here. And if that's you, go for it. If you're super tight, movement might not feel super good. Might make you nervous, in which case you can be stagnant. And wherever we are, bend that front knee, so you might have to wiggle that front foot back. And then inhale, windmill your left arm up and over, coming to your version of a one-legged camel. So either hands to the small of your back or hand to the back heel. What I want you to focus on is, can I kind of push my hips forward a bit? Can I engage that left butt cheek? So just a little bit of engagement here. And then reach your right arm up. Lift your heart, come into that little back bend. Windmill your hands back down to the mat. And then pivot to the left, come into a wide-legged forward fold. And we're going to start this wide-legged forward fold, but with your hands or kind of on your fingertips, getting nice and long. You remember that anterior tilt you had in the L-sit at the start of the class? We're going to do that again. So kind of imagine your sit bones going up, pop the booty up, like you're about to go into a little twerking contest. Ooh, ooh. And nice active legs. See if you can lift the arches of your feet. And then holding that, can you move your ear to shoulder, just moving your head from side to side like that. Keep that anterior tilt. Few more. Come to center, and now you can move into a normal fold. Inhale, lengthen. Walk your hands to the front. Lower the back knee, come back into your lizard pose. And you can stay right here or grab that back foot. Move the heel towards your butt. At the same time, maybe sink down into your hips. And gently release. Step back to plank pose, Vinyasa. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Step forward. Come into your lunge. Hands to your heart. Warrior 3. Again, get that activity going on in your body. You're lifting with your back body, lengthening the front body. Slowly come up to standing. Keep hovering that right leg lifted out in front. Step back to your lunge. Lower the back knee. Come into your half split or somewhere a little deeper. Whatever's working for you today. Again, lots of movement. Notice how this side is compared to the other side. And wherever you are, bend that front knee. And you're going to come into your one-legged camel. Again, your version here. But can you engage that right butt cheek? Gently push the hips forward a bit. Reach up. Windmill down. Pivot to the right. Come into your wide-legged forward fold. Again, you're going to start out by tilting your anterior or your pelvis, your pelvic floor? No, not your pelvic floor. Anterior tilt in your pelvis. That's what I want to say. That's a long word. So, in other words, lift the booty up. Get ready for your little twerk come. Activate your legs. And then again, you're going to do this little side-to-side movement of your head. Ear to shoulder, ear to shoulder. And fold. Inhale, lengthen. Walk your hands to the front, come into your lizard pose. And again, maybe grab that back foot. Move towards your butt. Same time, sink into your hips. And gently release. Step back to plank pose. Vinyasa. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Step forward, come into a pigeon pose. Sit up nice and tall. Remember, always pay attention to that front knee. It shouldn't be painful. It shouldn't be bothering you. And sink into the pose. Maybe a little bit of movement feels good. And it can be anything. Just wiggling your toes or gently moving from side to side. Slowly come back up. Step back to your down dog. Let's get the fidgets out. Other side. Lift your left leg up. Step forward. Nice and tall. And again, sink in. Slowly come back up. And then lean over onto your left leg. Take your right leg forward. Shake it out. Whatever fidget you need out. And then come down onto your back. Grab the outside of your feet. Come into a happy baby. You can play around with it. You move from side to side. Maybe playing with straightening one leg at a time. And release your feet. Hug your knees to your chest. And then take your arms out to the sides. Let both of your legs come over to one side. Recline, twist. Let your body soften and lengthen. And come back to center. Other side. And come back to center. And find your Shavasana. Lying flat down, close your eyes. Soften your body and your breath. And stay as long as you need. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.